Big day for me and Charles today. It's Tuesday and we're going to a sensory class for him today. We haven't been to any classes or anything yet, but now he's just over 6 months. We're going to start doing some. Paid for, I think about 6 classes in all. It wasn't too bad, it was about £36. I think that's for 6 classes. I'm assuming that's not for the one, but we'll see. But we're heading off over to a bit later. It's now just before 10 o'clock in the morning and Charles is just having his nap. So when he wakes up, we'll give him his 11 o'clock feed, which is just the milk, and then probably go for a bit of a walk, and then at 12:30 we'll head over to the class and we'll see how that pans out. Who knows? Wish me luck.
Hello, sunshine. Well, someone's woken up. How are you doing, Charles? Are you excited to go to your class today? See some other babies. Nice sleep.
Yeah.
Was that a yeah? You had the best sleep ever. You got imprints on your head. Well, you've been sleeping on the pillow, look. You weirdo. Was that comfortable, was it, sleeping there?
Right, Charles has had his 11 o'clock food, but he keeps being really sick at the minute. It seems to be after his milk, so we're looking at cutting that down. So, take my top off, so
I can get this little fellow all dressed because he needs completely changing and getting ready to go to his sensory class. But I know he's likely to throw up on himself and me. So I've taken my top off and we're going to strip him off and see if we can get him dressed and keep him clean before we get to class. What do you reckon, Charles? You going to manage to do that for us? That looks like the face of a man that's going to let me down.
Right, I have arrived in the car park and I've seen only mums getting out with their babies. So I reckon I'm feeling more nervous than Charles, who is currently asleep. Let's get him out and go in and see what's happening. And as if by magic, that's the class over. Oh dear, that was hard. I haven't felt that nervous since I've been like to a new job or something, just getting in. But it was all right. Didn't really get to talk to anyone. There was only five kiddies in the group, but they started off with a song all to do with sign language and that as well. And of course, most of them seem to know what they're doing. So I felt like the kid at the school disco who doesn't know how to dance. It was a bit a bit embarrassing, but they was quite sympathetic. They started out all right. Charles was giggling and chatting away, but then after about halfway through, he just started crying and he would not stop. And it's all fine. I mean, I know there's nothing actually really wrong with him. I mean, he's just a bit stressed. It was a bit warm in there. But you just feel a bit uncomfortable because you've got the person in charge saying, oh, maybe he needs a drink. And you're like, no, he's had a drink just before coming in. And they went, oh, maybe he needs his nappy changed. As if, you know, I mean, they obviously don't know, but I've been at home with him for months now. So maybe they thought I'd just come here as like a one day off. But yeah, she was quite all right. And by the end, Charles had perked up a little bit. So, back next week and we'll see how we get on. Hopefully he'll be better. He didn't throw up, which is always good. But yeah, fingers crossed next time he won't be crying. How you doing now, Charles? There we go. He's contemplating what he's just been through. I think it was partly distressing for him because he's never really been in that environment with that much noise and that much going on. So there was obviously like various rattles they're doing, there's loud music, and there's just a lot of stimulation for him, and I think he's probably just a bit too much to start with. So the woman did say it takes a couple of weeks for him to get used to it, but yeah, I mean, we're not a quiet house and we have the radio or music playing all the time indoors, but it is just a small flat with just me, Elouise and Charles in, so I think this probably just blew his mind a little bit. So he didn't mind the ball pit, which is okay. So we'll come back next week. Coming in, Charles. We're going to go out then. We got home. You survived your first class. Shall we go out? Shall we go for a walk and go outside? A bit of fresh air. It was hot in that room, wasn't it? Shall I take my coat away that you've kindly been holding on to? Thank you very much. Charles is now in the buggy. Hey, Charles. He's deep in thought from his lesson, isn't he? Yeah, you had a good time, didn't you? And now he's going to accompany me while I go and get a coffee because I need the caffeine. Let's go, Charles. Shall we go outside then, Charles? Charlesy. How's those digits tasting? Disaster. Just about to leave. I probably don't even sharpen the camera up, but it is lashing down. Need a backup plan. What are we going to do, Charles?
What are we going to do? Don't get upset, it's a little bit of rain. So the emergency contingency plan, if that makes any sense. The bubble. Charles loves it in the bubble. You feel like an astronaut in there, didn't you, Charles? Do do do. We're going to the moon. Well, I've just put the last spoon in, and what did he have? He had smoked river cobbler with new potatoes and runner beans as his main, and then followed by a little strawberry yoghurt. And I think, if I'm lucky, he's going to doze off because he missed an entire nap because of the class we was at earlier. So, fingers crossed, I'll get a little bit of peace and quiet shortly, won't we, Charles? Ready?
Your face, a mole.
Where? Ah!
You're so... Why do you do that every time? I've never seen that before. I think it's a mole.
No, it's a spot, thanks.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Ah! So what do we do? Tuesday, what day is it?
Molly.
What is this, Tuesday? Tuesday evening.
Molly. Go.
Tuesday evening, so we haven't got Charles.
Tuesday.
Charles.
What day is it?
What day is it? So we've been out for dinner and we, on an impulse, I bought some shoes on the way home. Elouise needed shoes, that's what we went out for, but we didn't really have much time. We just walked in one shop as they were shutting, but we've managed to pick some up. So this is what we got. Oh, did he do? Got me some nice new pumps. Mine were getting a bit knackered. I dropped all the bleach on one of them the other day from Charles's bottles. So, got some nice newbies. Elouise got some boring black boots. Righto, so what do we do now?
Nice.
So nice.
Molly.